Welcome everyone to Family Chapel for Term 1. It's a family chapel with a bit of difference. I'd like to thank Reverend Boardman for his involvement in interviewing students across the college, and for the involvement of our Stage 1 students who are going to be doing some performances. Hope you enjoy the message. It's about Easter, and also what students have learned in chapel during this term.
I don't know how, but now I'm healing, and it feels like you make me want to show my feelings. Don't know how, but now I'm healing, and it feels like you make me want to show my feelings. I don't know how, but now I'm healing, and it feels like you make me want to show my feelings.
I've learnt the story of Jesus and what he did when he was old and young.
I've learnt the bits and the little pieces of Jesus and what he did and how he's grown up.
I've learnt when Jesus was telling everyone about God and sharing the message of God in himself.
I've learnt that Jesus is the Son of God, but not only that, he was a teacher to everyone, and he didn't turn away the poor or the sick. He healed them and came to them.
I've learnt that Jesus is strong and kind, and no matter who you are or how bad you've been, he still loves you.
Thanks guys. Hey, what did you learn in chapel this year?
Who is Jesus?
Yeah, who is Jesus?
I learnt why he created the world,
Yeah, why he created the world?
that he's our friend and that he always is helping us whenever we need, even though if we feel like he's not there for us, he always is.
Yeah, that's a lovely answer, thank you.
So what did you learn in chapel?
Last year we sung and danced. We learned about how the Lord can change, and how whether we believe in him now or later in life, we can still go to heaven and be with him, and whether we follow him, like if we believe in him now, we can still prosper in life, and no one's good, everyone's equal, even if you don't.
Alright man, so what did you learn in chapel this year?
Who is Jesus? And to me, Jesus is a miracle.
Yeah.
I learned that we should respect Jesus and always follow the Bible.
So what did you guys learn in chapel this term?
We have learned about the armor of God. Yeah!
So what have you guys learned at chapel this year?
We've been learning about sort of Jesus and sort of how he came to be, and sort of seeing the evidence behind Jesus being a real person, if not the Messiah, but a living, breathing man.
Awesome.
We've been learning about how he could be real, and the evidence that he tells us that he really was the Son of God.
Awesome.
I've learnt that he died to save us, and that he actually really wanted to. He didn't just do it because he was like, oh, I have to do this.
I learnt that Jesus is always there for us, even if we sin, which we always do, and he loves us even more if we admit it.
I learnt that he's the Son of God, and that when he died on the cross, he actually wanted to do it. He didn't do it just because he had to, like Kiani said.
Yeah.
I learnt that how Jesus taught people, and he went for the sinners, not the people who were good.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter who he went for, he loved all of them equally.
And he loved the kids
And he said that the sinners need more help than the people who did it.
And that by what Jesus does, he's reflecting what God is like.
Yeah.
That's a great answer, guys. Thanks.
Hang on a minute. What are you two doing?
We're training.
Come and take a seat. You must be puffed. Oh, what are you training for? Cross country or something?
No way. Who cares about cross country? We're training for Easter, so we can eat all the Easter eggs we want.
Oh, training for Easter. I see. Well, you know, you guys are so puffed. You think you want maybe a drink of water?
Yeah.
Here you go.
It's empty!
Oh no, it is empty. How disappointing. Well, let me help you out with the other aspect of your training. Look, right here. Look what I've got for you. Easter eggs.
Oh. No way! That's empty!
Oh. They seem a little disappointed by my Easter eggs just because they were empty.
Worst Easter eggs ever!
I'm so offended. Well, let me see. Let's try one last time. Ah, some hot cross buns. They look yummy.
You ate them all! You greedy thing!
Oh, gee. Looks like you can't win. Oh. See, how did you guys feel when all the things I gave you were empty?
Empty.
You felt empty. You felt a deep sorrow inside your heart. Oh, that's terrible.
I felt angry! This is just plastic!
Oh, no. Yes. But do you know what?
This is a pollution to the world!
Oh, yes. Soft plastics, they should be banned, shouldn't they?
Yes, especially if they're empty.
I tell you what, at Easter time, emptiness is good news. Do you believe me?
No.
Ah.
No, because we want Easter eggs.
See, when the women on that very first Easter day, on the Sunday after Jesus died, the women went all the way to the tomb. And what do you think they found?
Easter eggs!
Oh.
No, hot cross buns.
Ah, no, they
Easter
didn't find Easter eggs or hot cross buns, though they are pretty awesome. But they found nothing.
What? What about
Nothing.
the Easter eggs?
No, they went to the empty tomb hoping to find Jesus' body and to say farewell to him. But they found nothing. And they were scared. They were worried. They thought, who's stolen his body? What happened? Did it go through a trapdoor in the floor? What's going on? And they were worried and they thought, this is bad news.
It
But then-
obviously disintegrated away.
Oh, maybe that's what happened. Just very quick disintegration of the body. Anyway, let's see. The angel appeared to the women.
To give Easter eggs to them?
Enough of the Easter eggs, all right. We'll get there at the
Hot
end.
cross buns?
No. The angel appeared to the women and said, do not be afraid, for I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said. The wonderful news of Easter is that Jesus, though he died on the cross to forgive us and save us, he rose again on the third day, and the tomb is
empty!
You've got it. The good news of the empty tomb. And so, boys and girls and mums and dads of Wollondilly Anglican College, this one's not empty. The good news is, when you're eating your Easter eggs, should we open this one up?
Yeah!
Oh, yeah. When you're eating your Easter egg, it's empty. Remember that the good news of Easter is the empty tomb because Jesus has risen. Hello everyone, my name's Ben and I'm here with Nerida and Ethan, some of the leaders, student leaders. Ethan, what's your role here at Wollondilly Anglican College?
So I'm the Christian prefect and I'm the college captain, so the male college captain. My role is, I guess, sort of an advocate for Christianity amongst the student group, and I help in running and participating in a bunch of lunchtime Christian groups across the week.
Okay, great. And Nerida, you're a Christian leader here at the school as well. What's your role?
So I'm same as Ethan. I'm the Christian prefects leader. So I go down to the junior primary school and the senior groups, and we go around and help with that, help with the senior chapel, planning and organising that. So.
Yeah, well, it's really wonderful that you've joined me today as we prepare this chapel video, and I wanted to ask these guys a little bit of the significance of Easter in their lives. Nerida, what does Easter mean to you?
So Easter for me is about Jesus' resurrection, him rising from the grave, obviously. For me, that's really important because as humans, we're sinful, and having Jesus stepping in and being our sacrifice and our advocate is really powerful.
Yeah, wonderful. That's fantastic. Ethan, what actual difference does that make in your life?
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully it makes all the difference, really. I think that the event of the resurrection, whether you believe it or not, is really important, even to the secular world. I mean, it's the turning point of history. We start measuring history differently after the resurrection. It's just important, and I think that whether or not you believe it, it actually should make a difference in your life. Even if you don't believe that Jesus rose from the dead, it really should encourage you to do some thinking and some consideration of why you believe that and why he may have actually risen from the dead.
Yeah. I mean, Paul said in 1 Corinthians 15 in the Bible that if Jesus didn't rise from the dead, then the whole of Christianity is bunkum, and we should walk away from the whole thing. So what has brought you, Nerida, to the point of actually believing that Jesus really did rise from the dead? It's a pretty wild claim.
Yeah, so I guess I always grew up in a Christian household, but his evidence in my life, walking with him being there, that's how I know, one, God's real, and secondly, I think the resurrection of Jesus sets Christianity as a whole apart from all the other religions. And without Jesus, then we're sinful people and we have to stand before God with that sin, which is quite a daunting thing. But Jesus means that, we're covered by his blood, which is such a great and powerful thing.
Yeah, fantastic. Ethan, I wonder what you might say. A lot of people watching this video are kind of loosely connected with the college or have students here or are students here, and they may or may not believe in the resurrection, and it may or may not make any impact on their lives. What would you say to them? Why is the resurrection of Jesus so important that they should really consider it, and how should they respond?
I would say that the resurrection of Christ, the fact that he came from heaven to save his rebellious people by sacrificing himself, is inherently it's a polarizing claim. It's one that you can agree with totally or disagree with totally, but it's not the kind of claim that you can sit on the fence with. And so if you want to come to a point in your life where you feel comfortable with the truths you believe in, it's imperative that you think about whether you actually believe this, because it's not enough to say that you're on the fence. With such a claim as this, to agree with it is risky, and to disagree with it, I would say, is even more so. But yeah, it's 100% worth looking into, I'd say.
Yeah, thanks, Ethan. So I just want to close. In the book of Acts, the apostles make a lot of Jesus' resurrection and say a lot about it. And in chapter 17, when Paul is speaking at the Areopagus, he challenges the people, and in the end he says this: in the past, God overlooked the kind of ignorance that sort of is wishy-washy about where they stand before God. But now he commands all people everywhere to repent, for he has set a day when he will judge the world with justice by the man he has appointed, and he's given proof of this to everyone by raising him from the dead. So Jesus' resurrection proves that he is the king who will return as judge, and all of us will need to stand before him someday and give an account of our lives. And the thing that matters as we do that is not whether we've been good or whether we've been bad. We all are sinners to a certain degree, but how we have responded to him. What have we made of Jesus? So this Easter, Nerida and Ethan and I want to encourage and challenge you. What do you make of the empty tomb? What do you make of the resurrected Lord Jesus? And how are you going to respond to him? Happy Easter. Enjoy the Easter eggs and have a great holidays.
Sorry we couldn't meet in person. We look forward to doing that next term with the relaxation of the restrictions. At the time we had to make a decision, and that's why we went with pre-recording the event. Please remember the significance of Easter. It's fun to eat Easter eggs, but it's really about the death and resurrection of Christ and the sacrifice for us and the grace shown to us by God. Enjoy your break. We're looking forward to a busy term 2, and please be safe over the holiday break.